Get over here!
Are you ready, Kirby?
That's never not gonna be entertaining.
You're the boss, Kirby. Wow, long time.
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 6 of Let's Play Kirby's Epic Yarn. Finally!
Yeah.
So, okay.
This one was hibernating.
Yeah, for a very good reason. A little bit of context. So, if you guys recall from the last episode, to those of you who are still following this, this should not be complete because the last time, the last time we had to go through Lava Landing, like this whole week. Unfortunately, here's the thing. A lot of you guys are already aware of this. My computer, my old laptop, crashed.
This was a while ago.
Yeah, this was a little while. This was like 5 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
My laptop crashed, and it had 3 recorded episodes of Kirby's Epic Yarn on it.
That's why episode 6 didn't sound right to me. Okay.
Exactly. No, there were... Because, like, we recorded 3 more episodes after that. Unfortunately, that, along with a bonus episode of Guacamelee, among other things, were lost.
Yeah.
With my laptop crashing, I couldn't record any of the data, so...
It was severely disheartening.
Unfortunately. But... I got a new system, and we're back and doing this, so...
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. I might as well go ahead and, go back to, Quilty Court real quick, because
okay.
This is something else I gotta show.
So are we going to replay the levels that the audience didn't get to watch you play?
Yes, we are going to.
Okay.
At least in terms of, like, the main adventure, because another thing we also did, within those 3 episodes is we upgraded the hotel.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we paid another 10,000 beads, and we got Beedrix, and this apartment is still vacant,
Yeah.
but I don't think we have the furniture to do it either. But
I
yeah,
remember we already had Zeke.
but yeah, we have Zeke. Beedrix is the character, like, you know how Zeke plays hide and seek with you, hence
Yeah.
the name. Beedrix gives us challenges that focus around collecting beads. So we're gonna be doing. We're not gonna be redoing those because those are simple and to the point.
But
like,
we did a few of them.
We did a few of them. But no, we are going to replay through the levels that we haven't done, for the sake of, like, you know, kind of recovering, and besides, we're here answering questions, so it's not like,
Yeah, while we're doing that, we're gonna answer some questions.
Yeah, so, it'll kind of be cool, also, to, because we know what we're doing when it comes to these levels, so I'll be able to focus on the questions. The only level that we did in this area that, from what was...
Which is on an episode that you guys can watch right now.
Yes, was the Pyramid Sands.
Okay.
So we're gonna go through all of these levels, ending with the boss fight up here, which is Hot Wings. But no, we're gonna start here in the Lava Landing. So, let's get going. And you have questions for me, sir.
I do, so let me get the first one ready for you.
Before we do, just letting you guys know if you guys have any questions that you want to ask on this series, because I am reviving this series now. If you guys have any questions, then by all means, let me know. You can go ahead and post in the comments below. And ComicFoil is pretty much in charge of, like, finding the questions and whatnot, so...
I also recommend checking out Oscar's Tumblr, because he's pretty active on there, too.
Yeah, I have actually opened up a Tumblr, and I have been answering questions there. Whether I will save some of those questions for episodes or not, depends. But honestly, like, I've kind of been trying to, I've been kind of trying to upkeep my, my social media kind of presence!
That wasn't a very good present. So, do you need to, like, there you go, yeah.
Yeah, there's a way to do that. But yeah, I've been trying to, like, up my social media presence, and that's kind of how I've been doing it. So, and it's been working. It's been working. But maybe I'll save some of the questions that I get on Tumblr for here. But I'll let you know about that if that becomes the case. But anyway, we've been talking enough. Let's get to some questions, shall we?
We've been talking enough. Let's talk more.
Yes.
Our first question comes from Connor Freeman. He asks, even though you're primarily a countdown maker who also does Let's Plays, do you watch any other Let's Players on YouTube? If so, who are some of your favorites?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, one guy I really enjoy watching is Maximilian Dude. I know he's not like your general Let's Player. He basically just does fighting games online and things like that. But no, I absolutely adore watching him.
That's Let's Playing. It's just not Let's Playing a single-player experience.
Yeah, no, it's Let's Playing a fighting game. Like, that's his thing, fighting games. And to expand on that, I also watch a lot of fighting game tournaments. I love watching Team Spooky. the FGC in general. I watch Next Level Battle Circuit every now and then. In terms of like traditional Let's Players, I do like watching Markiplier. He's another one. I like watching the Runaway Guys kind of trio, so I like watching Nintendo Capri Sun, Chugga Conroy, and Proton John every now and then, along with the people that they work with, like Miss Sayalana and what's her face, Lucajin. Those are the ones that I primarily watch. As for some others, I watch Jacksepticeye on occasion, but really that's about the extent, really. I mean, obviously I watch John's playthrough as well.
No, thank you.
Oh, absolutely, no. Like, I don't watch all of them, mind you, but there are some that I definitely enjoy
Nobody
watching.
should watch every video I make. It's like watching every Game Grumps video, like...
Yeah, I used to watch the Game Grumps, but I kind of... I don't want to say I grew out of it, but I don't know.
Game Grumps is one of the only ones that I still find time for.
Uh-huh.
Because I really like... I especially like Dan.
Oh, no, Dan's great. No, I'll watch I'll watch Game Grumps every now and then, like I'll catch the off episode, but right now the one I watch the most definitely is Maximilian Dude. A lot of fighting game guys. Maximilian Dude mainly, and I also like watching Lythero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lythero just like makes all of these Lythero's...
He's my favorite Marvel 3 guy.
Oh no, Lythero definitely knows how to make fighting games entertaining, and like he also does like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. It's really good stuff. But yeah, that's basically the extent of what I watch on YouTube in terms of Let's Plays anyway.
Pretty cool.
Alright, so that's a good question. Alright, next one.
Moving on. This comes from Patrick Kennelly.
Alright.
He says, not to get political, but who do you think is the best and worst king/political figure in video games?
Ooh, okay. I wouldn't call that political. I mean, when you said political, I was thinking, like, are we going to be talking, like, presidential politics and things like that?
If this was actual real-world politics, guys, I would not have picked the question.
Thank you.
Right now.
Yeah, no, I refuse to talk about that, especially on YouTube.
I appreciated the joke that Patrick made here, though.
Yeah, no,
so
that was funny. That was funny.
Okay,
here. So thank you. The best king and the best, like... What was the question again? Like queen or like
he says
like
king
monarch?
or political leader. So it could be a monarch, it could be a president, it could be a prime minister, a chieftain, perhaps.
You know what? That's like a countdown idea right there.
Yeah.
One in particular. This actually goes back to Breath of the Wild, but as jerky as he might have been, if you look into the backstory of it, King Dofnus Hyrule did his darndest to rule Hyrule and be a good father, but you know what? He was...
Is that the Zora King that you see in Breath of the Wild? Or...
not the Zora King,
Oh, right, King of Hyrule.
Yeah, the King of Hyrule, King Dofnus Hyrule.
Yeah.
Is it Dofnus? I'm pretty sure it is.
I always said Daphne's, but who even knows?
Yeah, but no, he... despite his failings, like, all things considered, he did his darndest to make sure that Hyrule would be able to survive, and... I mean, he eventually succeeded, 100 years later, mind you, but he did.
I mean, everybody in his kingdom is dead, but, you know.
Who else was a good...
This is kind of the common joke pick, but Mayor Mike Hagar.
Oh, yeah, no, Mike Hagar. Okay.
When his town has a crime problem, he takes to the street and punches them.
Oh, yeah, no. One ending in particular from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if you win the arcade mode as Hagar, he becomes the President of the United States, endorsed by Captain America.
Which...
How awesome is that?
And they don't keep that in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I feel like they should have... Because they refer to him as the mayor in story mode, I feel like they should have made him president.
I wouldn't have disagreed with that.
Nope,
not quite.
How about the worst?
I was actually... Another one that I would say is best.
Yeah.
The Figaro twins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In particular...
Edgar and Sabin.
Edgar.
Yeah.
Edgar took to ruling over Figaro, and he did it well, man.
He is a very competent king.
He took responsibility, and he actually became a very, very competent and well-respected king.
That's a good one.
And he even had the respect for his brother to take it all himself. Because he knew that, like, Sabin wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yeah.
And then eventually they now are ruling together. No, Sabin's definitely among one of the better monarchs in gaming, in my opinion. Like, he deserves respect. Misanthropic as he may be sometimes.
And of course, there's plenty of good candidates for worst. There's
absolutely
plenty of corrupt kings and...
Hi, Gangrel!
Yeah, there's Gangrel.
Hi, Gangrel!
Every Fire Emblem game has to have a crazy monarch.
Oh, absolutely. Garen, Gangrel,
Ashnard.
Ashnard,
What's Vigard? Zephiel.
Oh, okay. Zephiel is a tragic case, all things considered.
Yeah, but he is off his rocker.
Oh no, he is.
He is a nugget short of a Happy Meal.
I was actually talking to my friend Steven, and he was like, how could, because one thing that a lot of people question, or some people question, is if they know the Fire Emblem lore, is, it was the Lycian lords that saved him from assassination, and a lot of the point of, him becoming the villain is the fact that he just lost all faith in humanity.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't he have recalled back to that case, where he was saved by a group of people who he knew nothing about, and yet they still went out of their way to save him?
I don't think that...
I don't think it would have been... I personally don't think it... Like, yes, maybe that's the case, but to him, that would have been the exception. That's not enough to make him, rethink, the folly of man.
Also, if you're in an evil nihilistic depression, thinking of the good times might not cut it.
Yeah.
I think his psychological problems go deeper than...
It also doesn't help that Byrne and Lycia weren't on speaking terms at the time.
Yeah.
Like, the political situation between those two ruling factions was rocky, to say the least, especially after the situation with the Black Fang and Nurgle.
King DDD, not the greatest.
Not the
leader.
greatest, but
I don't even think he's really a king. I think he just kind of started calling himself one.
Probably. That being said, like, King DDD's a case where it's kind of self-proclaimed and people kind of just go with it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's kind of weird because some iterations he means well, some iterations he's a villain, some iterations he's selfish. Like, King DDD's a little inconsistent when it comes to his lineage. Or, like, his alliances.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy with simple needs. He wants food. He doesn't want the entire world destroyed because that's where he keeps all of his stuff.
I guess that would be the incentive as to why he would team up with Kirby to take down Nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, most villains don't want the world destroyed. They just, like, want to be rich or something.
Kefka.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say Kefka's the exception.
Yeah, because Kefka, again, is a nihilist. Can we even count him as a political leader, or he's just kind of the guy who destroyed the world? I guess he makes himself,
he's not a...
He would prefer the term God. Oh, that is some damage.
Ooh, I'm good. But yeah, I think we've touched the... I think we've harvested the crop when it comes to good and bad leaders in video games. So, what's the next question?
Alright, this one is going to come from Zeg von Rosenberg.
I like that name.
Speaking a lot about Fire Emblem, as we always do.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts on Fire Emblem Heroes?
I love it. I actually really, really love Heroes, and...
This question, of course, was asked, like, so long ago because it's been a while since
it is still relevant though, because Fire Emblem Heroes is still kind of a monster in terms of like the mobile market right now.
It's done a really good job staying relevant.
It has, and like constant updates, adhering to fan suggestions and things like that. No, it did a really good job. Personally, I can't get enough of it. Like, honestly, that game, I did not think I was going to get into a mobile game like that, like I did with Fire Emblem Heroes.
He was playing it while I was setting up the recording for this today.
The game got me.
That
honestly,
is how often.
The game really, really got me.
I play it at least once a day.
And I suppose it's filling my twisted fantasy of seeing Lyn in different outfits.
Yeah, there's plenty of that there for you.
Oh yeah, among other things. Like, it is fulfilling.
Oh, yes.
Aww. Nah, it's good. I still got the gold. But it's fit. Fire Emblem Heroes.
Is there a platinum though?
No.
Oh.
There is a 4th tier in the bosses to get the patch.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, there's like this... Fire Emblem Heroes has this sick and twisted way of putting our favorite characters in a new light, and several new lights, that we didn't know we wanted.
I like it because you can tell that the dialogue and stuff was written by fans and not just developers, because they keep a lot of continuity and they really do just feel like the same characters from the old games.
Mm-hmm. And they got some big name voice actors to get in on this as well.
Yeah.
Like they got Yuri Lowenthal as Ellawood. That's amazing. And they got Christina V as Athena. Like that's awesome.
It's just quality stuff. It is perfectly possible to play it without spending real money.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, absolutely. And the game gives you plenty of opportunity to do that. And I like that. Okay, we got a Doom Buggy
Doom Buggy segment.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, so, yeah, no, Fire Emblem Heroes, very top-notch. I like it a lot. Alright, so, next question?
Well, let's talk about Kirby, since we're playing Kirby.
Yeah, sure.
Anthony M. the Gamer Artist says, what is your favorite Kirby copy ability for both of us?
I'm pretty sure we've had this question asked before.
Oh, have we? Whoops.
I mean, maybe it was in one of our 3 episodes. Like, I don't mind answering it again.
Sorry, guys, I'm having trouble remembering at this point.
Nah, it's perfectly fine, man. There we go. As of right now, my favorite copy ability in Kirby is definitely Ninja Kirby. I really, really like that ability.
You know, I like it in concept, but whenever I'm playing a Kirby game, I always like, nah, I don't really want the ninja power, like, most of the time.
It is definitely... Oh, man, I missed that one.
Maybe it's just like...
I'm actually gonna go ahead and restart, because,
Yeah, do
we I've kind of gotten to the point where I do want to collect everything in this game.
Cool.
Yeah, no. Ninja Kirby is Ninja Kirby is definitely one of the harder ones to, like, really get a handle on, because, you actually kind of have to take into account, like, you have to be sneaky, because, you know, the whole substitution when you get hit, to avoid damage and whatnot, among other things. What else?
I guess it's interesting that it's like a more... Where a lot of Kirby's abilities are just about being overpowered, that's one where you kind of have to be a little bit more careful with your... Because
like,
you have
to know what you're doing.
You're not constantly clearing the screen, but you can do really powerful stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's definitely not... It doesn't have the simplicity of Fire Kirby, nor does it have the overpoweredness of, say, like, Water Kirby. But it is a very, very good ability in the right hands. There we go, got it. Alright. Another one, and as a matter of fact, I really like Water Kirby as well.
Water Kirby is great. I'm glad they're bringing it back for Star Allies.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, there we go.
I'm getting really pumped for Star Allies.
No, I'm looking forward to that as well. And I guess I might as well name one more. Oh, no, I missed
You want to try it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, and I guess I might as well name one more. Another copy ability. This one was introduced in Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I really like Whip Kirby.
That's another... Wow, we have, like, opposite favorites, because Whip Kirby's another, whenever I get it, I'm just kind of like, eh. I
like the abilities that give me more to do with it than just, hey, breathe fire, you beat this character. I like the copy abilities that give me, like, things that I can experiment with, and Whip Kirby is one of those, because you can, like, snatch objects, you can whip sideways, upwards, at an angle, things like that.
Whip Kirby is adorable, I'll give you that.
He's totally Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
The only thing missing was, like, putting, like, these like,
Give him 5 o'clock shadow.
Not even 5 o'clock shadow, but, like, put these, like, things to latch onto in the levels that Kirby can swing from.
That would be nice.
Like, Bolo can do that in Half Genie Hero, so... It would kind of remind me of that. But, yeah.
I would say...
One universal favorite that I know a lot of people like, and I definitely share that sentiment, is Hammer Kirby.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Hammer Kirby's just good.
That's what you want on bosses.
Mm-hmm. And, like, that flaming uppercut, dude, is just amazing.
Okay, it's coming up.
Got it!
Very nice.
There we go.
I'm thinking there's probably something up there, but... might have just been beats. My favorite, probably overall, just like historically, has been Cutter Kirby, because I like the boomerang and I just like his hat and he's really cute and it's just a good utility to have.
I didn't really like Cutter Kirby all that much until I played Kirby's Return to Dreamland. That game really did Cutter Kirby justice.
It's so good, and it's so good in a Superstar.
In Superstar Ultra, yeah, because like I didn't... Here's the thing. I started with Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, which simplified a lot of the copy abilities.
Yeah.
And then I played Kirby Superstar Ultra, and I was like, oh, okay, just scrap Cutter Kirby, I need it. All of a sudden, I saw the final Cutter, and I'm like, oh my god, so that's where it's from.
Yeah. Yeah, the up special.
Uh-huh. No, like,
A
yeah.
more recent favorite of mine also, Poison Kirby.
Yo, Poison Kirby was cool, man.
That's good stuff.
Maybe that's just me, like, being a fan of Poison in general, but goodness gracious, like, Poison Kirby's just awesome.
And it's so broken.
It is. It really is.
It's so freaking good. Also one I really like, even though it's so broken, Archer Kirby is amazing.
Oh, Archer Kirby's fantastic, yeah.
It's too good.
Okay, let's do one more level.
Okay.
How much time are we on, actually?
We are at about 20 minutes.
Yeah, we have time for one more level. Let's flip the script then. What is one copy ability you just do not like at all?
Well, not gonna count Sleep Kirby.
Yeah, let's not count Sleep Kirby.
Except for those times where Sleep Kirby is amazing, like in that Kirby Battle Royale.
I believe there was a use for it in Kirby Squeak Squad as well, when you got the scroll.
Yeah, it would heal him.
I like how the thing pulling these up are spools. Like the spools from sewing machines. That's funny.
Okay, well, if we're not counting, like, combo abilities or...
Yeah, not combo abilities from 64 or anything like that. Like, base copy ability.
I always find using Bomb Kirby is kind of a pain, because you have to slow down and set stuff up. The only exception is I really like Bomb Kirby. I really like combining it with the Robobot.
Oh, yeah. I personally like Bomb Kirby. Not as much, though, so I can agree with that.
That's just, like, a less exciting one for me. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Needle Kirby, except in Return to Dreamland, where they, like, let you, like, Sonic roll.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they took that out for Triple Deluxe.
Yeah, no, that was actually really cool. I don't know why they removed that feature. But yeah, one copy ability I can think of that I'm not the biggest fan of, is useful as it is. I'm not the biggest fan of Spark Kirby.
Oh wow. That's another one I really like.
Yeah, no, Spark Kirby, like, the fact that you can actually, like, charge it up and everything. I did not like Spark Kirby at first. I like it more now with the upgrades that it got in Ultra, where you can just, like, you know, go in, like, directions, build up static, and then fire a big beam.
Because they combined it with Plasma from Superstar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Spark Kirby, I'll use it. I like it. It's not my favorite. Alright, what else is there?
Let's see what else I got here. Looking for questions, looking for... A really quick one. Samantha Powell asks, have you heard of Chugga Conroy?
Of course I've heard of Chugga Conroy. We actually just talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah. I just happened to come across it. Ryan Fan asks, what do you guys think of the recent champion reworks in League?
Well, you haven't played League of Legends in a long time,
No,
so...
and I'm more opinionated than I should be about the reworks. Considering that I don't play it, I don't really have a right to be, but I don't like...
Okay, let's start with the perspective of someone who hasn't played in a long time compared to the one who has been playing it a lot still lately. Name a couple champions that come to mind.
They gave Swain hair, and I'm mad because now he looks like Vladimir.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Swain rework in terms of, like, aesthetic. Even lore-wise, it's a little weird.
The reworks, from a design perspective, are kind of hit and miss for me, because I think they take away some things that were special about the characters before. Like, I kind of liked...
Oh, don't get me started with Galio.
Yeah, what the heck's... What the heck did they do to Galio?
Don't get me started with Galio.
I mean, I
was a Galio main before that too, and I was like so disappointed that they just changed him so like they made him a what's it called? They made him a lug.
Yeah.
Like they made him a
he was supposed to be like a big monster thing, and if
like he's supposed to be like a monster with a gentle heart that like stands for, you know, the good of the little guy, but they just made him a lunk.
See, my problem is, and there are some reworks that I really, really like.
One in particular that I adore is Poppy's rework.
Oh, they fixed Poppy so well.
They did Poppy justice. And I'm so happy about that.
My thing about Poppy, my one problem with Poppy, which is my problem with how they approach the story of League in general, not that the story matters, but it mattered to me, is that they retcon things all the time, and I don't see why they have to. Poppy's story now is better. It's a really good story, and they should keep it. But there's no reason why they had to unwrite what was already established.
Yeah, like, why not keep...
You can further the story and have Demacia, like, give her this new hammer and give her the task. They didn't have to write out all this stuff about, like, her being a delegate from Bandle City and running into Galio and that.
Yeah, like why not like keep the fact that she started as in Bandle City and became the ambassador of Demacia. I like the fact that she had that position.
What point does it serve taking things out of continuity besides just to upset people who knew that continuity?
I honestly don't know. One in particular though. One story that I feel did get better in terms of, like, you know, retconning stuff and kind of, like, rewriting things. As much as I'm not the biggest fan of it, I do like how they handled Yorick. Oh, what? I got squished, didn't I?
I think you got squished.
Dang it.
I have mixed feelings about Yorick, because New York is really, really cool. Again, I don't see why they couldn't have had that be a continuation of what was already his story.
Like, I guess you could say...
Everybody's
like,
got to be an action hero now. It wasn't enough for him to just be this noble, simple gravedigger. He needs some, like, grand purpose.
I mean, I get it, but still. Like, these are champions we're talking about, so they have to, like, excel at what they do.
And you can only be a champion if you're chosen from some, like, exalted god to hold some kind of, like, big weapon. No, York was a champion because he was good at what he did. Mm-hmm. He had an interesting... He didn't have to be royalty or some sacred whatever.
Yeah, like the thing is, here's the thing, guys. A lot of when it comes to the reworks of League of Legends, like the champions and whatnot, we don't mind it at all. Like, some characters do need that change. Just don't take away what we loved about these characters in the first place.
New Warwick is fine, I guess. Man, I don't know.
Like, gameplay-wise, the reworks are much needed, except for Galio. That one just sucks.
I mean, I know part of it is that I just don't like change, because I learned this
Yeah, like, okay, I will say this much. Like, I don't like the fact that they retcon, like, a lot of what made these characters great in the first place, but I don't mind what they did with Yorick. I love what they did with Poppy.
How do you feel about Tarek?
I do like what they did with Tarek a lot. He needed the gameplay update. And the fact that he
yeah, and some of these characters
here's the main thing that I actually like about Tarek's change.
Yeah.
He actually has relationships now. He was Garen's best friend at one point. Mm-hmm. Like, that's cool. I like that. Give us more of that.
Yeah, that one's all right. A while ago, before they scrapped the entire previous continuity, like before they did the big relaunch, they had completely changed Trundle and Sejuani's looks, especially Trundle. They changed...
Oh no, they changed Trundle
They changed everything about Trundle, and Trundle is way better now.
Oh yeah.
So I was still, like, a little bit miffed, but I was like... They did a similar sort of thing with Soraka, where they did some changes with Soraka. Mm-hmm. For the most part, the gameplay changes, I think, are good. They're usually much-needed changes.
Oh, absolutely. The meta, though, right now is getting a little ridiculous.
I like the Gangplank barrels.
Oh yeah, no. Gangplank's rework. Woo!
And that was a really good that was a really good example because they wrote a story to explain the changes rather than just, oh, he was always like this.
Oh no, like that's actually one example of doing a rework right. They didn't betray what Gangplank was before. They just expanded on it.
No, yeah, they wrote a story.
Yeah, so give us a little more. Like, Gangplank, I think, is the benchmark for what reworks should be, I guess. But yeah, I think we spent a lot of time in that question, didn't we? So, I think we got time for maybe one more.
Okay.
So give us a good one here.
Let me see. I don't have my usual, like, well-compiled list.
Yeah, so... I mean, if you see something that you think we can, like, milk the heck out of, which we're very good at doing, mind you, like, lay it on me. Meanwhile, I'm going to be digging through whatever this stuff is. I know it's cotton in terms of, like, you know, yarn and stuff, but...
Okay. One more Kirby-related question.
Alright.
Coming from Omega Sam.
Ooh, yay! How you doing, Omega Sam?
What are your favorite Kirby games and Kirby soundtracks?
You know, we were already discussing this kind of.
Yeah,
because,
I guess we were.
Yeah, I might as well go ahead and announce it here, because people all can already tell. Patreon. I reached 500 as of next month. I'm going to have reached 500 as of March. So ComicFoil and I have started compiling my list of my top 50 favorite games of all time. So that's going to be exciting. A Kirby game is on there. I'm not going to say which one. But,
your question has been refused, Omega-san.
Well, not necessarily, but I can...
We can still say the soundtrack.
No, not just soundtrack. I can also say, like, the games from Kirby that I really, really like.
Okay.
Traditional Kirby. Kirby's, Kirby Superstar Ultra is definitely one that I absolutely adore.
Okay.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland is just fantastic. Triple Deluxe is great. Planet Robobot is great. Kirby 64 is a nostalgic one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that one I oddly like. I do want to see that combination of copy abilities come back in some way, because I thought that was really cool. Kirby spin-offs, the one I can think of right now is Kirby Air Ride.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that game's just great.
Kirby Air Ride is so good.
Kirby Air... Like, you can tell it was the inspiration for Smash Run in Smash Bros. 3DS, too. Which, like, I would not mind, like, if, like... Hey, Nintendo developers. You need another Kirby game for the Switch that's a spin-off? Give us another Kirby Air Ride game. We love that stuff.
Yeah, I would take that.
Like, please. Heck, make another Kirby Air Ride game, and then make another F-Zero game with Kirby as a guest character.
Okay, yeah, come on.
That would be stupid, but...
Come on, Sakurai, what else are you doing right now?
Yeah, seriously,
Except probably porting Smash Brothers to the Switch.
Yeah. But yeah, as for Kirby's soundtracks, this game, right here. This game's soundtrack is just gorgeous. Like, absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we haven't done this yet, so here we go. Might as well go ahead and finish up with this. Among other things, like another soundtrack that I really like Kirby Superstar Ultra's soundtrack. I think is really good. Oh, we're using the UFO here. Alright, so collect 600 beads in 130. And another one that I really like is
Robobot, I think, does a lot of... Robobot has a lot of fun with remixes of classic tracks.
Mm-hmm. Robobot and Return to Dreamland also had a really good one. I like Robobot's boss fight theme. Like, holy crap, it is good.
Hulkman, we proudly call your name.
Okay, is that a thing?
Yeah, there is a part where that has words. What's her name? The girl robot sings it at one point.
I did not know this.
Yeah, there's a part where her dialogue matches up with the soundtrack.
That's really cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, that song is supposed to be like the
I gotta look back at that now, because that's really cool.
It is like an in-universe song, because it's like their corporation, and that's their jingle.
That's really sweet. There we go.
It's like their version of Like a Good Neighbor.
Okay. So yeah, if I had to choose my favorite Kirby soundtrack, like, of all time,
yeah,
it'd probably be this one.
This
is just me being a sucker for piano.
Yeah.
Like,
this is really good. I put on this soundtrack before while studying or doing, like, office work.
It's really good study music.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, really relaxing, really fun. Just, this soundtrack is just charming. I think that's the good word right there. Charming.
And that's what Kirby always is. So.
Absolutely. Like, I like the fact that Kirby has always been a franchise that adheres to people who just want a good time, and, like, the Kirby games are never hard to beat. They are a challenge to complete, and that adheres to guys like us who are looking for a challenge.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we've got enough here. So thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Let's Play Kirby's Epic Yarn. I am the Green Scorpion.
I'm the ComicFoil.
And in the next episode, we're gonna do a little update here at the hotel. Maybe see if we have this stuff for this, as well as talk to our good pals here at the shops. And then we're gonna continue with the levels in the in Hotland. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode.
You know what? By the time you do your top 50, your favorite Kirby game might be Star Allies.
You know, you're not entirely wrong. Yeah. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff. I'm excited for Kirby Star Allies.
Here's hoping.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Buff DDD. There is no further need for argument.
Oh my god. I saw that and I was like, Okay, DDD, either you've been working the heck out, or maybe you've been delving into some questionable decisions, and we need to stage an intervention.
DD got really into CrossFit.
No, you want to know what he used? You want to know what he did?
Okay.
It's mainly his arms, right? He used the shake weight, 10 minutes a day.
Totally.
Oh boy, I'm excited for that game.